Known as city that care forgot, they call it New Orleans. Red beans and rice and Creole spice, po' boys and voodoo queens. Basin, bourbon, streets of renown. Crescent City, that's my hometown. Crescent City, that's my hometown.
Two-Step gonna be devastated when nobody show up. In all my time, I ain't never seen nobody not show up. To be loved and adored by many, naturally too. Not no stupid motherfucker either. Smart, been smart, street smart. Ever since Beauregard Boys Asylum, Boys Home. Shenko. That boy can lose his head if he wanted to.
Good to see you, brother.
Shenko must have came to the asylum about a year after Two-Step. Blue's scary self had to be the youngest. He didn't say much. He had almost like a stuttering problem. Didn't matter none to Two-Step. He loved his friends like family. We were brothers of the sort. Even though we've gone through some rough patches, found our separate ways, new lives, had babies the thicker the blood of the four of us combined. No good from the start. When we were all in that home, it's like you even knew it back then. Is that why you said we had to get out? 1968. I remember just being a kid. Folks was talking about Zulu having their first major route parade. We ran away, slipped right through the crowd of the Zulu. Said Sister Catherine wouldn't be able to tell us apart. We didn't last 3 nights. What a shame. Learned some tricks while we were out on the street. Two-Step was so fast, his hustle was on the account of his sharpness. By the time it would take you to realize he didn't pull one over on you, you'd be 2 steps too late and he'd be long gone. 4 to 5 wallets, jewelry, coin purses filled with silver dollars, fur coats, shoes. Know you was working the quarters, and it was easy for you on account of all those drunk white people. I could see in your eyes that you did not approve nor like stealing from others. I suppose we had food in our mouths and clothes on our backs. You steadily trying to teach us things, how to read and write, recycle old cold drink cans for pennies. But all Shanko and Blue come to know was how to steal. By the time Carlos come pulling up to us, it was like you even knew it was too late again. Can't lie, Carlos was a smooth ass Sicilian mafioso dude. He pulled up on us. I think we were running a hit. You know the one when Blue would stuff apples and stale bread down his trousers, while you two-step would be pretending to buy some tomatoes, then would accuse Shanko. Fake accuse Shanko, as if you never knew him a day before in your life. Then y'all get in this big fake commotion to where you and the clerk end up having to toss Shanko out. Man, the clerk be so happy he'll end up letting you keep the tomatoes and whatever else Shanko was fake stealing. We would walk away with pounds of produce, go right there to Esplanade and Elysian Fields, set up our own market. That's right, fresh from the cargo. That's how come that bread was always stale. Here come Carlos, pulling up to us in his Chevy Malibu with a Cuban cigar in one hand and a Tommy gun in the other. I know y'all stealing and turning the profit of my merchandise. We looking at this motherfucker like he's stupid. Blue slow ass steadily trying to sell a man to stale bread, not seeing the gun under all the cigar smoke. We didn't know what to do. Everybody was just looking at you. You saved us. Told him we were just kids trying to survive. Told him that if we can work off our debts. He told us we do a good job, watch his back, gain his loyalty, and so he'll even watch ours. Man, it was good in the beginning. We were making mad money. It was like we were royals and Carlos was king. Turned our petty tomato handlings into a booming business. Then the jobs got dangerous, and that's when you got the hell out. You got out two-step. Started your own second line band. We didn't last long. I hope you know. And you were right to get out when you did. It got so bad two-step. Carlos turned us against each other. One by one destroyed us. After you left, Shanko and Carlos got close. See, Carlos Marcelo had us lined up like a bunch of Mardi Gras Indians. First, there's the spy boy, me, there to spot a potential enemy. Then there's the flag boy, Blue, was to let the town know who Carlos Marcelo was, you know, the territory. On the account of having a pistol whip a couple of Marcelo bitches who stepped out of line, or those who even dared to step in line, you can't lie, did Blue some good and got rid of his stutterance for sure. What motherfucker you know yells around pistol whippings that have a stuttering problem? No fucking body, that's who. After Flag comes the Wild Man. He's sort of the wild card position. He hides in plain sight. And right before you think you've reached the chief, out comes the Wild Man and knocks you on your ass. And that was Shanko. Finally, after all is said and all is done, in comes the big chief, Carlos. Blue's confidence overshot itself the day he and Shenko got into it. See, Carlos had some huge casino plan that went belly up. Long story short, Marcelo was missing money and Blue was about to go down for all unfinished business. But see, Blue said he never had a profit. Now, we all know Shenko lost his mind when drugs came into play. He was always strung out, became sloppy. Even Carlos had to warn him once. No doubt, Blue was gunning for that wild card position. So, the two started a beef, and it was nasty. Blue began to hang out with cats from uptown, started to build his own clique, so Shenko did the same, got half of downtown involved in the shootout. It was truly a dark time in the city. You couldn't trust nobody. You couldn't even trust your own shadow standing behind you on the corner. You had Carlos Marcello, who was against Shenko, who was against Blue, and any other motherfucker caught in the between was just considered dead. Bloodshed ripped us apart for months. It all came to a timely halt when the FBI got a hold of Carlos, took him in for that alleged JFK assassination. Then we all had to lay low. Had to completely cut ties from the mob. It took years to restore our community, to trust in each other again. That's when you showed up. Like a single shimmering sequence at a bottomless pit of an eternal darkness. It was your music. You were all over the radio, won hundreds of awards. Yeah, you're right. Time to send my boy off. Blue Monticello Social Aid and Pleasure Club, alongside the Shenko House Foundation and Marcello Lone Tribe of One, dedicates this second line to a dear beloved friend, Mr. Two-Step Johnny Johnson. You know, since it's just me, ain't nobody here, ain't nobody coming. I figure there's no need for me to make up this speech. No main line, no second line, no nothing. Nothing but the storm outside these walls. Listen. You hear it? Yeah, you're right. I think you deserve better, Two-Step. Supposedly, Mother Nature has other plans. I suppose I should just take this as a sign. Just leave and get out of here, just like everybody else. Just like the way you left me with Carlos. I suppose the truth is, I despise you. I despise you, Johnny. I figured I've always known. I despise your courage. I hate your success, who you became. Mainly hate the person I had to become. All the blood you left me to drown in. Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you. I swore my life that if I ever had the chance to do it, that I would. Now look whose head it is to be a statue.
Mardi Gras and the Sugar Bowl, coffee with chicory, the widest part of the Mississippi and WNOE. When it comes to radio, most of them agree. New Orleans turns to WNOE. Crescent City, what a sight to see.